There are moments in life when it feels like the world is conspiring against you. The weight of your dreams, the silence of your struggles, all pushing you to the edge. But what if, right now, you decided to act as if everything was already falling into place? What if you embraced the unknown with unwavering faith, trusting that every step you've taken, every setback, every moment of doubt was leading you to your ultimate breakthrough? It's time to stop fighting against life and start surrendering to its rhythm. The universe in its quiet power is always guiding you, but it's waiting for you to trust the journey. Stand up, breathe, and know this everything you've ever wanted is already on its way. Watch till the end, hit subscribe, and remember, the real change begins now. There's a place inside you, deep within, where every doubt, every fear, and every failure has left its mark. You felt it, that quiet, persistent whisper telling you that you're not enough, that maybe you've missed your chance, that you're too far gone. But I want you to stop right here. Stop for just a moment and listen to what I'm about to say. Your belief in what's possible for you, it is the one thing that can change everything. Right now, I know it feels like the weight of the world is against you. You've tried, you've fallen, and you've tried again. And each time it feels like the universe is indifferent to your efforts. But let me tell you this, the universe does not reject you. It never has. It's simply waiting for you to believe, truly believe, that you deserve what you're striving for. Because belief, real belief, is more than a hopeful thought. It's the very energy that moves mountains. It's the strength to rise when every part of you tells you to stay down. It's the quiet certainty that no matter the obstacle, no matter the struggle, you will find a way through. You see, belief is not about denying reality or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about understanding in your bones that your purpose will unfold at the right time, even when the path is hidden from your eyes. When you believe, you don't need the whole road to be clear. You just need the courage to take the first step, even when you can't see the end. You trust that every action, every moment is moving you forward, even if the progress isn't always visible. You felt it, the sense of a deeper truth, a pull towards something greater than yourself. That's belief. It's not something you acquire, it's something you awaken within you. It's knowing that you are more than the sum of your past. It's trusting that your worth is not defined by your failures, your doubts, or your limitations. When you truly believe in yourself, you begin to see opportunities where others see barriers. You start to recognize that doors are opening for you even when they seem closed. And in those moments, your world shifts. But belief isn't a quick fix. It's not an instant answer to all your problems. It's a practice, a commitment to rise every day, even when the storm feels too heavy. It's choosing to believe when the world around you doesn't understand why you keep going. But here's the truth. Belief will become the very fuel that drives you. It will spark a fire inside you that nothing and no one can put out. And once you truly believe, once you align yourself with that inner knowing, there is no force in this world that can stop you. So I ask you now, with everything in me, will you choose to believe in yourself, in your worth, in the power of your thoughts? Will you step into that belief even when it feels like you don't deserve it? Because once you do, once you embrace this truth, your life will never be the same. And that, my friend, is where everything begins. There are times when you feel lost. You've taken one step after another, and yet there's no clear road ahead. The destination remains unseen, and every path you try seems to wind into a dead end. You question everything. You wonder if you've made the right decisions, if you've wasted time, if you've missed your chance. It's a heavy feeling, isn't it, that weight of uncertainty? It feels like you're standing at the edge of the unknown, staring into an abyss, waiting for some sign, some clue, some reassurance that you're heading in the right direction. But in this very moment, when it seems like nothing is happening, when it feels like the universe has turned a blind eye, something is at work, something far more powerful than your doubts, your fears, your impatience. The truth is, the process is always working, even when you can't see it. Even when the road is unclear and the storm seems to be growing stronger, you are exactly where you need to be. That's what trusting the process really means. Surrendering control and accepting that there is a greater force, a larger plan that is shaping your life, even if it's invisible to you right now. You may not be able to see the steps ahead. You may not understand why you're facing the struggles you are. But the discomfort you feel, the uncertainty that churns in your stomach, is where the real transformation happens. You can't rush it. You can't force it. And the more you try to control it, the more you'll fight against your own growth. This is not a battle you can win with sheer willpower alone. The only way through it is to surrender, to stop fighting the process, and instead lean into it. Trust that every piece, every experience, every struggle is being woven into the tapestry of your journey. You've been fighting, haven't you? Fighting to see the results, fighting to know the future, fighting to have control over what you can't even understand yet. But here's the painful truth. When you try to rush the process, you miss the lessons it's trying to teach you. And those lessons, they are the very keys to your growth. The universe isn't punishing you with delays, it's preparing you. Every moment of confusion, every dead end is setting the stage for something greater, something that you're not yet ready to see. And that's okay. Imagine the power in letting go. Imagine the relief in knowing that you are exactly where you need to be, even if it doesn't feel like it. This isn't about passive waiting. It's about active surrender, choosing to trust the journey, even when you can't see the destination. It's about finding peace in the unknown, about accepting that not everything is meant to be understood in this moment. When you stop panicking over what's out of your control, you open yourself to the quiet wisdom that life is trying to offer you. You stop fighting the process and start flowing with it. Trusting the process doesn't mean you won't face pain. It doesn't mean that everything will unfold easily. But it does mean you can stand in the storm and know that it's not here to destroy you. It's here to shape you. And when you finally accept that, when you stop searching for answers outside and start trusting that life has its own timing, that's when the real shift happens. You begin to move with purpose. You begin to see that everything, every step, every moment is exactly as it should be. And in that realization, you find the peace you've been searching for all along. You felt it, haven't you? That crushing weight of failure, the sting, the deep ache that comes when everything you worked for crumbles before your eyes. It feels like the universe is telling you you're not enough, that your efforts were in vain. In that moment, you wonder if all your hopes were just a waste, if you were foolish to even try. The pain of failure isn't just physical. It strikes at your very identity, questioning your worth, your strength, your future. And in the silence that follows, you begin to ask, what now? But listen carefully, because I'm about to tell you something you may not want to hear. Failure does not define you. It never has. It never will. In fact, failure is the crucible in which your true self is forged. It is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally. It pushes you in ways that success never could. It forces you in ways that success never could. It forces you in ways that success, your desires, and to rebuild yourself from the ground up. And when you're willing to face it, when you're willing to embrace it, failure becomes the very fuel that propels you forward. Look at the world around you. The strongest of trees, the ones that stand tall against every storm, don't grow without resistance. They grow through it. Their roots dig deeper with every gust of wind. Their trunks grow thicker with every battle they face. They understand something you've yet to grasp. The struggle is not the end. It is the beginning. The discomfort you feel now is the seed of your transformation. And it is the very force that will allow you to rise higher than you ever thought possible. Failure is not a punishment. It is an invitation. It is life's way of saying you are ready for more. You are capable of more, but you must become more. It strips away your illusions, your comforts, and your easy answers. And in that raw, exposed state, you have the chance to grow, to evolve, to become something far stronger than you were before. The question is, will you rise? Will you take this pain, this defeat, and turn it into something that will carry you forward? I know it's tempting to sit in that failure, to let it consume you, to let it define you. It's easier to surrender to the weight, to believe that you've reached your limit. But what if this is where your true power begins? What if this failure is the moment that will spark the fire inside you? What if Instead of running from it, you choose to face it head on, knowing that everything you need to succeed is already within you, hidden beneath the surface, waiting for the right moment to be awakened. When you embrace failure, when you stop seeing it as something that holds you back, you begin to see it for what it truly is, a gift. It is a chance to refine your craft, to sharpen your mind, to dig deeper into your soul. It is the invitation to step into your greatest potential. And when you finally realize this, you will learn to use it, to transform it, and you will emerge from it stronger, wiser, and more unstoppable than ever before. So ask yourself, will you allow failure to break you, or will you use it to build yourself into the person you were always meant to be? The choice is yours, and with it, you hold the key to your own destiny. You've heard the whispers, haven't you? The promises that if you just think it, if you just feel it, if you just focus on it long enough, the universe will deliver. The law of attraction, they call it. You'll draw what you desire into your life like a magnet. It sounds so simple, so effortless. And you've tried it. You've visualized your success. You've imagined the life you want. You've wished for it with all your heart. But here you are, still waiting, still wondering why nothing has shifted, why your dreams remain just out of reach. It's a painful truth, but the reality is this: attraction is only part of the equation. Thinking, hoping, visualizing, it's the first step, yes, but it's not enough. The universe does not simply hand you what you want. It doesn't work like that. The real power lies in action. And I know, that's where it gets hard. It's easy to wait, to dream, to feel good about where you want to be, but it's a different thing entirely to get up and take that first step when the path is still unclear, to move forward when you can't see the destination, when doubt is whispering in your ear. But let me tell you something, the universe will never meet you halfway if you refuse to take a step. Your desires will not manifest by wishing them into existence. They will manifest when you meet the universe with unwavering action, with faith that the next step will appear once you move toward it. There's power in movement, even when it feels like you're walking in the dark. Each action you take, no matter how small, is a declaration that you believe, not just in what you want, but in the path that will take you there. When you act as if everything is working out, you stop waiting for perfect conditions. You stop thinking that life will open all the doors at once, that everything will fall into place with no effort on your part. No. You realize that life will meet you, but only when you're willing to show up, to walk the road even when it's uncertain, even when you can't see where it leads. The universe responds to those who are ready to do the work, who trust that the right doors will open at the right time and that each step forward brings them closer to what they've asked for. But that trust, that's what separates those who succeed from those who stay stuck. Trusting the process means knowing that every action you take is leading you to where you need to be. And even when the results are not immediate, even when the road is long, you keep going. Because deep down, you know that the universe is always conspiring in your favor. But it can only do so if you meet it with your own effort. So stop waiting, stop hoping, start doing. Start walking even when you don't know exactly where you're going, because that's when the magic happens. That's when the universe steps in to meet you. The law of attraction doesn't work without action. It's not about what you wish for, it's about what you are willing to work for. And the moment you realize that, the moment you commit to stepping forward, you will see the doors open. You'll see the path clear. And you'll find that everything you desire was always within reach, but only after you are willing to meet the universe halfway. There's a stillness that comes before the storm, and in the silence that follows, there is power. Right now, the noise of life surrounds you. It pushes, pulls, demands. The rush to do, to achieve, to keep moving forward, even when it feels like you're running on empty. It's exhausting, isn't it? The world tells you that progress only comes through constant motion, through action and hustle. It makes you believe that if you stop, if you slow down, you'll fall behind. But deep inside, you know something is missing. In the rush to move forward, you've lost touch with something more important, yourself. It's in these moments of chaos, in the noise, the endless movement, that the greatest truths remain hidden. You feel trapped in the cycle as though if you don't keep running, you will be left behind. But what if the key to everything you seek is not found in more action, but in less? What if instead of pushing harder, you needed to stop, to breathe, to listen to the quiet voice within, the one that speaks only when you give it space to be heard? There is strength in stillness. It doesn't seem that way at first. Stillness feels like an absence. It feels like a void. And the fear of emptiness is powerful. But what you don't realize is that in the silence, there is a clarity waiting for you. It is in these moments when you are no longer distracted by the noise of the world that you find the answers you've been searching for. The wisdom that you seek is not found in constant movement in the busyness of life. It's found in the space between, in the moments of pause that allow you to hear your own thoughts, your own desires, and your own truths. When you begin to embrace stillness, you start to realize something profound. The universe does not rush. It does not need to. Life has its own rhythm, its own pace, and so do you. You are not meant to sprint through every moment, fighting against time. You are meant to flow with it. And sometimes that means slowing down. Sometimes it means allowing yourself to just be. You do not need to constantly strive, to chase, to push. When you trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, you begin to find peace in the quiet moments. These moments are not wasted. They are the spaces where the seeds of your future are planted, where you align with your purpose, where you reconnect with the deepest part of yourself. Stillness is not weakness. It is the opposite. It is power. It is strength. It is the force that allows you to gather yourself before moving forward again. It is the pause that prevents you from burning out, from losing yourself in the noise. And when you find the strength to sit in that stillness, to embrace it fully, you realize that you are not running out of time. You are exactly where you need to be. In stillness, you are given the opportunity to listen to your heart, to your soul, to the universe itself. And in that listening, you hear the quiet truth. There is no race. There is only the journey. And as you move through it, you will do so with greater clarity, greater purpose, and greater peace. Because in the quiet, you have found the strength to move with the flow of life, not against it. There's a deep ache that comes with waiting. You've felt it, haven't you? That gnawing feeling, the tightness in your chest, when you're working towards something and yet the results are slow to come. You put in the effort day after day, giving everything you have, yet the world remains indifferent to your struggle. The silence that follows can be deafening. You wonder if it's worth it. You question whether you're even on the right path. In the quiet space between your efforts and your results, doubt begins to take root. Patience feels like a burden, a painful waiting game, and every second that passes without change feels like a lifetime. But what if, in this moment of stillness, you could see it differently? What if patience isn't a passive waiting game, but a powerful, active force? What if patience isn't about sitting still, hoping that something will come to you? What if it's about trusting in the unseen, knowing that every step you take, no matter how small, is building something bigger, something meaningful? The true power of patience lies not in the waiting, but in the quiet persistence of your efforts, even when the end is out of sight. You keep going. You keep moving. You trust that every little action is adding to the foundation of your future, even if it doesn't look like it yet. You see, acting as if everything is working out requires more than just the ability to wait. It requires the courage to remain in motion, to continue even when you can't see the fruits of your labor. It requires the belief that the seeds you are planting today will grow, not immediately, not in the way you expect, but in their own time. The world doesn't operate on your timeline, and the universe doesn't owe you instant gratification. But what it does offer is the assurance that what you are doing today is preparing you for what you're about to receive. Each choice, each action, no matter how small, is a part of the process. It's all moving you closer to what you are meant to become. It's easy to feel discouraged when progress isn't immediate. It's easy to assume that your efforts are in vain when you can't see the results right away. But real patience, the kind that leads to transformation, isn't about waiting idly by. It's about holding on to the belief that everything you're doing is important. It's about trusting that the universe is aligning things in ways you can't always understand. It's the quiet strength to keep working, to keep moving forward, knowing that the seeds you're planting are. The impatience you feel isn't a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's a sign that you care. But your impatience is also an invitation to trust more deeply, to trust that the universe has its own timing and that in due course you will see the fruits of your labor. This is where true growth happens, not in the rush, but in the patience. It is through patience that your dreams take root and slowly, steadily begin to bloom. And when they do, when the results finally come, you'll see it clearly. It was never about waiting. It was about what you built in the meantime. It was about the purpose you put into every moment, knowing that each step, each choice was part of something bigger. Patience with purpose. That is the key. There's a heavy weight that doubt carries. You felt it, haven't you? That constant whisper, always lingering in the back of your mind, telling you that you're not enough, that you've made the wrong choice, that the road ahead will lead to failure, that your efforts will be wasted. Doubt is a cruel companion. It has the power to freeze you in place, to keep you small, to hold you hostage in a life you don't want but feel too uncertain to escape. It anchors you to a past full of mistakes, regrets, and missed opportunities, making it harder and harder to move forward. But what if I told you that you don't need to carry that weight anymore? What if I told you that the very thing that has been holding you back, the doubt, is the key to your freedom? The moment you choose to let it go, the moment you release that grip, you'll realize that you've been free all along. Faith doesn't come when everything is certain. Faith is the strength to take the next step when the path is shrouded in fog. Faith is the courage to move forward even when you can't see the destination. Doubt feeds on your fear. It thrives in the uncertainty, twisting it into something more powerful than it really is. But what if fear, what if uncertainty were not enemies but signs that you're moving towards something great? That's what faith truly is. Not the absence of fear, but the ability to move in spite of it. It's the quiet understanding that the world does not need to be perfect for you to be successful. You don't need all the answers right now. All you need is the courage to believe that you are on the right path. When you act as if everything is working out, you stop looking at the obstacles as proof that you've made a mistake. Instead, you start to see them as part of the journey, the very forces that will shape you into the person you're becoming. Faith is not a passive hope. It is a powerful choice. It is the choice to trust that the universe has a plan for you, even when you can't see it yet. It's the decision to walk in the direction of your dreams, not because the road is clear, but because you believe in the destination. You believe in yourself. Every step you take, despite the doubt, despite the fear, strengthens your belief. It builds your faith. And slowly, as you move forward, you'll start to notice something. The doubt begins to fade. It has no power over you anymore. It's replaced by something stronger, something more enduring, faith. Faith that no matter what happens, you are walking a path destined for greatness. So let go of the doubt. It no longer serves you. It is holding you back from the life you are meant to live. Embrace faith, not as an absence of fear, but as the strength to keep going despite it. When you do, you will find that the path you walk is not just a path of survival, it's a path of purpose, of growth, and of transformation. And every step you take on it will carry you further toward the greatness that has always been waiting for you. The struggle feels heavy, doesn't it? You're tired, you're frustrated, and every step forward feels like it's met with 2 steps backward. The weight of the world presses down on you, and you wonder if you'll ever break free from the cycle. It's easy to find yourself lost in the pain, consumed by the challenges that never seem to end. When everything is falling apart, when life refuses to cooperate, gratitude feels like a distant memory, an idea too far removed from the reality you're living. In these moments, it's hard to even imagine being thankful for anything at all. But there's something powerful you need to understand. Gratitude isn't meant to be reserved for moments of triumph. It isn't just for the easy victories, the smooth roads. No, gratitude is at its most transformative when you offer it in the midst of the struggle, when you can find it in the middle of your pain, when you can hold on to it even when nothing seems to be going right. That's when you unlock its true power. Gratitude is not about ignoring the difficulty. It's not about pretending the pain isn't real. It's about recognizing that even in the midst of it all, there is something to be grateful for. And in that recognition, you change the very energy you bring to the battle. When you choose gratitude in the struggle, you shift your perspective. You stop seeing the hardship as a curse and start seeing it as a blessing in disguise. The setbacks, the failures, the obstacles, they're not walls meant to stop you. They're stepping stones, each one a lesson, each one building you into something stronger, something more resilient. Gratitude allows you to see this truth. It opens your heart, even when it feels like everything is falling apart, to the abundance that's already present around you. It could be the smallest thing, a moment of peace, a smile from a stranger, the warmth of the sun after a long storm. But in those moments, you begin to align yourself with the flow of life, with the understanding that this struggle isn't your enemy. It is the forge that shapes you. This is where true transformation happens, when you embrace the struggle with gratitude instead of resistance. You begin to move differently. You begin to rise, not because the road is easy, but because you've learned to see every hardship as a step towards something greater. Gratitude doesn't eliminate the pain, but it changes your relationship to it. It turns the heaviness into fuel. It gives you the strength to continue, even when it feels like you have nothing left to give. And then something begins to shift. What once felt like a burden now feels like a blessing. The pieces of your life that seemed scattered, that seemed broken, begin to align. You start to realize that the very things you've been fighting against were never meant to break you. They were meant to shape you. And in that realization, you become more than you were before. You become someone who can face any struggle with grace, with strength, and with gratitude. The power of gratitude isn't in what you receive when things go well. The true power of gratitude is in what it allows you to become in the struggle. And when you understand this, you will see the world and your place in it in a way you never have before. You felt it, that pull, that deep desire for something more, something greater. You've dreamed about it, you've planned for it. But here's the truth. Dreams, no matter how big, no matter how beautiful, mean nothing without action, without movement, without stepping forward even when the ground beneath your feet feels shaky, uncertain. It's easy to get lost in the idea of what you want. It's easy to fantasize about the life you crave, to think about the success you desire, and to imagine the person you want to become. But dreams alone will never build that life for you. They're just the spark. The fire comes when you choose to act. The pain you feel, the frustration of watching time pass by without seeing progress, it comes from a deep internal battle. You want change, but you're waiting for it to come to you, as if life will somehow hand it over on a silver platter. But the truth is, nothing is going to change unless you make it change. Nothing is going to move unless you move. The universe does not respond to wishful thinking. It responds to the energy you put out into the world. Positive action is the foundation of everything you seek. Without it, your desires remain nothing but fleeting thoughts. It's easy to get caught up in the grand vision, the big dreams, the end goals, but it's the small, consistent actions that lead you there. Every decision, every moment of effort, every choice to move even when it seems like you're not making a difference matters. Every step forward is a testament to your belief in your own potential. It's a declaration to the world and to yourself that you are capable of the life you envision, that you will not wait passively for success to find you. You will shape your reality one act of courage, one act of kindness, one act of determination at a time. When you begin to act as if everything is working out, something powerful happens. Your belief in what's possible becomes rooted in the actions you take. Your belief no longer exists in the abstract. It is brought to life with each decision, each step, each moment of movement. It's as though the universe begins to align with your belief, because now your belief is no longer just a thought. It's an energy that you put into motion. It's easy to doubt, to hesitate, to look at the challenges and wonder if you're truly capable. But that doubt, that's the voice of fear trying to keep you from stepping into your own power. It's trying to convince you that you need to wait for the perfect moment. But there is no perfect moment. There is only the moment you create. When you take action, no matter how small, you begin to rewrite the narrative of your life. You declare to the universe that you are walking the path of your highest potential, and that path will meet you with everything you need. Positive action is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Every choice you make in alignment with your purpose moves you closer to the life you dream of, and with each step, you will begin to realize something profound. It's not just the destination that matters, but the person you become on the way there. Your journey is unfolding with every action you take, and the power of that action lies in your willingness to trust. So take that step. Trust that every small move is building the life you are meant to live, and with every decision, you will grow stronger, closer, and more aligned with your true purpose. You feel it, don't you? That quiet dissonance, that unease that lingers beneath the surface. You're doing the work, you're moving forward, but something doesn't feel right. It's as if the life you're living is disconnected from the life you're meant to lead. There's a deep yearning inside you, a whisper that tells you there's more, something truer, something deeper than the path you're currently walking. You've been pushing, striving, doing everything you can to reach your goals, but something feels like it's missing. It's not the world that needs to change, it's you. You've spent so much time chasing the outer world, so much time adjusting to the expectations of others, that you've lost touch with the very core of who you are. This is the moment of truth, the life you desire, the success you seek, the fulfillment you crave. It will never come from living a life that is out of alignment with who you truly are. You can keep pushing, you can keep striving, but as long as you're disconnected from your true self, you will never fully step into the life you are meant to live. True success isn't about achieving goals or accumulating wealth. True success is about alignment, the alignment of your mind, your body, and your spirit. When you act as if everything is working out, it's not just about positive thinking. It's about aligning every part of your being with your highest purpose. It's about returning to the truth of who you are and allowing that truth to guide you. Living in alignment with your true self means being brutally honest with yourself. It means listening to the whispers of your heart, the nudges of your intuition, and recognizing that your deepest desires are not frivolous dreams. They are the call of your soul. The world will tell you to conform, to fit into a mold, to follow the rules, but your spirit will urge you to break free, to stand tall in your truth. The question is, will you listen? Will you honor your inner knowing even when it contradicts the noise around you? This is where the magic happens. When you align yourself with your true purpose, everything begins to shift. Opportunities you once thought unreachable begin to present themselves. People who resonate with your energy will begin to appear, offering support, guidance, and connection. Your energy will radiate out into the world, pulling everything you need into your life. But alignment is not a passive state. It is not about waiting for the world to meet you halfway. It is about taking bold, authentic steps, trusting that the universe will meet you where you are, and aligning your actions with your truth. When you are true to yourself, there is no need to force success, no need to struggle. It begins to flow naturally, as if the world itself conspires in your favor. When you act from a place of alignment, your efforts are no longer wasted. They become powerful, focused, and unstoppable. You can keep chasing the world's version of success, but if it's not aligned with who you truly are, it will always feel hollow. The success that will truly satisfy you, the kind of success that fills you from within, will only come when you stop trying to be someone else, when you stop living by someone else's standards. It's only when you reconnect with your true self, when you honor your own values, that everything will begin to fall into place. So ask yourself, are you living in alignment with your true self? Are your actions, your thoughts, and your heart all working in harmony? When you align with who you truly are, the world will align with you. You will no longer have to chase success. It will begin to chase you. And in that moment, you will realize that the life you've been seeking was always within reach. It was always inside you.